might have been amber from the Baltic. Maybe early 16th century. Julian is a few years older than us, 17, has long blonde hair, is handsome, and is very techy, like Lily. As if to prove it, they each took out their phones and tablets and snapped pictures while the rest of us just gawked. The narrow stretch of sand below the embankment wall had already been transformed into a makeshift archaeological site. A waist-high wall of sandbags was set around the site to keep the water back, while inside the perimeter a grid of wooden stakes had been pounded into the ground, with strings woven around the stakes to form a section of perfect squares. The tidiness of the past. Tidiness? Maybe I am funny. Haha. Slews of city officials, government types, and sightseers have all swarmed down here to see what's been found, Julian said, jostling for a better view.
It might have been a flat-bottomed boat discovered here,
Roald said, trying to see over the heads. Between us and the dig site there could have been 200 people or more.
Barges are a big part of Thames traffic, aren't they?
Absolutely, said Julian. He knew because he'd lived in London. Larger ships dock downriver. Barges have always brought cargo to and from the city. Darryl nodded slowly.
Copernicus lived on the Baltic Sea. If Marcus Wolf is interested in this barge, then Galena Kraus and the Order are interested. And if they're involved, it's got to be part of the relic hunt.
Relic hunt? Marcus Wolf? Galena Kraus? Copernicus? The Order? Sorry. Time for some background. The basic facts are simple enough. 500 years ago, the Polish astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus discovered, rebuilt, rode around in, and then took apart an amazing machine, a kind of large astrolabe with seats. Why? Because the astrolabe had the power to travel through time. If you don't believe that yet, you will. When Albrecht von Hohenzollern, the Grand Master of the murderous Knights of the Teutonic Order, you'll hear that name a lot, got wind of his time travels, Copernicus set out to hide the 12 most important parts of the astrolabe. He called them relics. The main reason we know all of this is because a couple of long weeks ago, we discovered Copernicus's secret diary in a private fencing school in Italy. The diary is written in several languages as well as a ton of codes and riddles. Thanks to my grandparents, I know a few languages, and I've been able to translate some of the words. The codes are more Wade's territory. Anyway, for 5 long centuries, Copernicus's friends, the Guardians, and their friends and descendants, kept the 12 astrolabe relics pretty well hidden. Unfortunately, a crazy woman named Galena Kraus, the 19-year-old current leader of the Teutonic Order, murdered a major guardian, who turned out to be Wade's old Uncle Henry. Now we're guardians, too. Becca, you're rocking again. Lily held my arm to steady me. Right. I found myself rocking on my heels a lot lately. It calmed me. Lily calmed me. Wade is an intense math guy and star lover like his father, and Darryl has flashes of brilliance in the middle of certifiable looniness, but Lily is, of all of them, closest to me. Not only is she an amazing tech brain with a super quick mind, but she cares about me and from the start has always been there for me. Sorry, I told her. I'm still recovering from Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf? Now we're getting to the time bomb thing. 12 days ago, Galena Kraus kidnapped Darryl's mom, Sarah Kaplan. Galena smuggled her into Russia and caged her inside the Order's own experimental time travel device, Kronos, a scary machine based on Galena's design. I know, a 19-year-old building a time machine? But Galena is brilliant, and she did. I found out the hard way that Kronos sort of actually worked. You're going to have to tell me exactly what happened at Grey Wolf, Lily said with a noticeable shiver. Every detail. Because you changed. I know you don't want to think you changed, but you did. I mean, you're still great and all, but you're different. Quieter, if that's possible. Farther away, since Grey Wolf. But you don't have to worry about it. I get to worry if I want to, she snapped, her eyes locked on mine like a pair of laser beams. That's the other thing. I really can't lie.